sad story time. And I'll do anything it takes to get the answer I'm satisfied with. It seems we're going to learn a little bit about the sad state of the SL9. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why? That's yet another case that I shouldn't be involved with.
Yep.
But the case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason for the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Doc was convicted for those crimes. One thing I can say for sure, he deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Doc case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's why what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Phoenix, did you pay attention to any of the dialogue that said that he was demoted because of it and that everybody lost their fucking jobs? Alright. Maybe I should present him with something I think is the real reason. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. Alright, let's get to that. Alright, so what here shows that you can't just forget it? Well, but what in here shows that he can't forget it?
Look at the victims.
Ah,
Good one. Right.
but still, the guy was found guilty, and that shouldn't he be happy? He even said himself that he can't complain about the verdict. Are we sure there's nothing that shows that he was demoted after the SL9? The only other thing we have to do with SL9 is the switchblade knife. I think it's the switchblade, right? Yeah. So that.
And what? And it's many victims?
Yeah. Apparently this is the. Oh, did it actually say that?
Yeah.
Known for. Why do I do that?
I don't know.
And has known many victims. So that's the serial killer's weapon.
And it's the same, it looks the same as the knife that he uses. But I don't know.
So we have 3 pieces of evidence that have anything to do with SL9 and that. But for now, I'm supposing that, yeah, we just have to present this.
Got it.
Alright. Maybe they'll ask us to point to something more specific. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about this incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
Water?
Even though you just said why you can't forget it, why you're so obsessed. Like, I'm not obsessed with that case, partner. I had the SL9 incident here. The name Marshall is mentioned here twice. In a list of murder victims. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't make us point that out.
Yeah.
Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you heard the name. 2 years ago. Oh. He received the same lousy prosecutor's award you got. What? A prosecutor? You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Yes, it was only 2 years ago. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. He was investigating the murder with Dame Ellen Gant, chief detective at the time. The group of detectives was part of the detectives I was part of, worked under them. That's why that person. we were desperate to prosecute the killer. Wow, he did it. He
Yeah.
fucking did it.
He did it.
My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Drake left behind any evidence.
Dark.
That was all we needed. Oh, okay, so that's why he was both investigating and a victim, because they were pursuing him for all the other murders, and then he confronted them. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed, at least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions?
There's more to my brother's death than what records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. We now know what happened to the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with the resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him and rendered him unconscious, and he fled. And we all know this.
Yes, the mystery's been finally cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. Which means Lana Skye is guilty. Fuck!
You lose.
The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze me. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Chance? It's got to be more than that.
So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means the only person that could have committed the crime? Phoenix Wright. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Objection! I didn't think that's what we were doing anymore! No! But wait, that verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial!
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But!
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There remained a mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
Seems to me this boy's got a draw on you, partner.
All the mysteries at the police department have been uncovered. No contradictions remain. The murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. There were no errors in the testimony of the witness angel. Stop. There were a fucking
Oh
shit
my
ton of
God.
errors in that testimony, and we found them all.
Uh,
Sometimes you make me so angry I could kiss you, Edgeworth. Just trying to get into character. If you have a response, make it one word or less.
I'm going to allow this. One word or less.
Arg!
Ooh.
I rest my case.
Seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Looks like I lost another one! Boy, I sure hope I get some help from a ghost or something, or some boobies. Aww.
Well done, Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Why are you sticking it to us, Edgeworth?
Yeah.
Please fucking help.
Edgeworth is a dick.
Disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
There's no doubt why I proved today is true. This parent murder security cam shape was really fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Actually, we did.
We realized that long ago, Phoenix. We tried to end the
Tried
case
so hard
during the
to
first
help
hour
you
of the
out,
show by letting Meekins take the fall. And then we could defend him in another trial. Whatever. Then we'd be fine.
Then in that trial, you can prove that Lana Skye did do it, and then it'd be double jeopardy, and they'd
Yeah.
both be off.
Yeah. It's catch-25.
Now then, the time for this verdict has arrived. The court finds this defendant. No!
No rebels.
Oh,
Who? Who's that? Oh!
on the stand?
Your Honor, wait!
Emma!
The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right?
What do you mean, right? And did she push Marshall out of the way?
Yeah.
Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor, I take care of a lot of little girls.
Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
How generous.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dart killings.
Now she mentions it. The names on both Skye sisters were on that file. They're witnesses.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprints had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So you did find something?
No.
Huh?
Sorry. I guess I'm not that much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
Fuck. And I'm just an attorney.
You
But
know.
Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy!
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department,
Good call.
yeah. Does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, the handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. Get off the stand. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If I ever needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint? Could there be something I'm missing? I object. I think this handprint left at the crime scene. Can we figure it out? What's wrong with it?
Well, maybe it's the fact that the blue badger was in front of the locker.
But
And
that
the
doesn't mean
dude-
that the handprint is wrong. Like, handprint. Let's look at it in the evidence. I just want to get it before Phoenix does. Do we have it in evidence? We don't have that locker.
No.
Well, that's bullshit. So we have nothing to even examine. Where did this come from, by the way?
It was
Is this
on
the missing?
at the crime scene.
A piece is still missing.
It was found at the crime scene? Broken?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where we put it together.
Oh, okay.
With gumshoe, remember?
Anyways, this handprint left of this... I don't... It's actually semen. Yeah, let's examine that video. That's a good idea. He obscures it the whole time. Hey! I was trying to... Oh, are you kidding me? I can't fast forward during this time.
Oh.
You have to watch it like this.
Oh, shit.
You can't pause or anything. We got to use our best confidence to solve this. We got 3 minds working on it. Hey, what's that paint? Oh, that was for the Blue Badger. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating
It
how
looks like
he covers
they're-
up the face exactly with his flag.
Yeah. It doesn't look like there's anything on it, but there could be.
I don't know what to tell you. Oh, what? But that doesn't matter.
What?
I was just trying to think what hand Meekins got stabbed in, and if that's his blood print, but why would that even matter?
There's a problem. They said there is a problem. Let's go back to the floor plan. Do we have the floor plan? We only have the parking lot.
There.
Ah.
And why can't it be that the Blue Badger was in front of it?
No, the Blue Badger was in front of it. It's exactly where it was.
So how could he have gotten the blood print on that locker if the Blue Badger was in front of that locker?
Was it right in front of the locker?
That's what you
No,
can't
there's-
really tell. But
There's space between the two.
how do you know? Because Meekins walks on this side of the
'Cause-
Blue Badger.
He does?
Yeah.
What? Were my dimensions all wrong? I could have sworn he walked behind it.
No, he walks in front.
Really?
Of it. Yeah.
Oh. So it's the fact that the Blue Badger's there that... Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, I totally thought he walked behind it. I thought the Blue Badger was like right up in front of us and that you could walk between the two.
No, and then you'll see Meekins walks in front of it as well. Oh, I guess you can't really see that, but...
Alright, let's see where Phoenix goes. Clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems to be clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans.
Oh, do you think that he would have said that if not?
Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans, Joanna. Something is missing. Oh, it's the Blue Badger. But how does that make so it makes it impossible to touch? So that means that the blood must have been left earlier, not during that incident? Okay, let's draw it in then. Okay, so we'll present
Very well, Mr. Wright.
all this evidence here. Got to be something I can use.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing on the floor plans?
The
you go.
Blue Badger.
What about that piece of plywood?
The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof.
Nice, buddy.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Please look at these floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger's not here.
So?
So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was, dancing at the time of the crime. See, I don't feel like that was made that obvious, that he was that close to the locker. I felt like there was some distance, that anybody could walk between the two. In fact, I thought for a long time
That he ducked
That
in
that he
behind.
ducked behind
Yeah.
and then moved past.
Well, what?
Gerg!
That's right. So long as the Blue Badger's dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint on the spot on this locker! I made the same mistake. It's not really a mistake. It's just a confusion of perception.
So that means, just exactly what does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically.
Vilma?
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right?
So, who came in before Meekins? Edgeworth and 7-7. So one of those two left the mark.
After he put it down, it would have been impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
Unless you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just tilt them forward.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to, whose locker is it?
Gumshoe.
Gumshoes. Maybe somebody wanted to frame Gumshoe. Who knows? So that must have been this blood mark. Did we find it was a glove handprint? Okay. Was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in?
Just one moment, I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
You have allowed
What?
way more far-fetched! And yet you will allow a fucking witness to testify 7 times, even though they lie over and over and over.
One moment! This is getting a little out of hand. Are you going to promise to tell the truth this time? All right, then. I'll allow this.
But it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once but twice. But how? Wow. One time was captured on the security tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which the trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time, someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. So someone bled prior to this, and it was a large amount that everybody's been talking about. How did we know? Is it because of the luminol spraying that we saw a large amount?
Yeah.
Okay. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. What? Why?
That's ridiculous. I refute you.
But what?
We just proved that he wasn't murdered there, only to now suggest
But now we want
that
to.
he was murdered
Now that
there.
Phoenix Wright realizes that proves his client guilty, he needs to backtrack.
Oh.
The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. What? Why?
So then, assuming the murder as reporters really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show the evidence that proves it occurred.
When did the first incident occur? Oh, maybe the window of death occurring way earlier will occur.
because it's 4.
What was our
within
calculations?
an hour and a half before.
Yeah. So up to
And-
45 minutes before 4, so up to
Yeah.
3:15, as early as 3:15. Yeah, could have been either of those.
Oh. Yeah.
Prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was disguised as a detective, Goodman and other incidents took place in the evidence room.
The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well, tell us then. When did this first incident occur? Proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place? There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present the evidence? What shows the first crime took place?
Careful with the
Easy
thingy.
now.
Easy dancing.
The crime took place inside the evidence room? Then the perpetrator would have had to enter the room in order to do so, and an ID card is required.
Need an ID card. Oh, an ID record.
Oh.
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger, and I'm snapping the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before the time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Oh!
Thank you, thank you.
Edgeworth.
Miles Edgeworth! Just what have you done?
Edgeworth's a murderer!
He did it
Again! We'll be back after this. We'll get to the bottom of it.